We hit the number 100 mark, and what else to celebrate than another generic enemy? I didn't even remember this guy until I had to go back to find him. I mean, I knew he was in Death Star levels because of the name, but I didn't recall fighting them. Turns out they're the douches that occasionally come out of the back door of the detention block at the end of the Rescue the Princess level. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's pretty much the only time you see them other than the level after it. Which would make sense, since there are only 3 levels that take place on the Death Star, and one of those 3 is a ship level. And I know they aren't on the Death Star too, so where else would they be? I'd rather have Ponda Baba as a playable character over these Death Star troopers. If you don't know, Ponda Baba is the guy that gets his arm cut off in the Mos Eisley Cantina in A New Hope.
We're wanted men. I have the death sentence on 12 systems.
I'll be careful.
You'll be dead!
This little one's not worth the effort. Come, let me get you something.
You may be wondering, who is Rebel Friend? Is he from the movie? The answer is no, he isn't. They just need another character for the Secret Plans level, which is the first level in the New Hope. To be honest, I don't know why they didn't just have this character be a regular rebel trooper. Why is his shirt red instead of blue? Is his rank above that of a regular rebel trooper? Is it like Star Trek and he's gonna die because he has a red shirt? Does he have some sort of disability? If not any of those, then why is this guy on the roster? They could have at least gave him a more professional name. Rebel Friend? What? Shouldn't all rebels be friends then? I would recommend a name like Rebel Commander or Rebel Ally or something that isn't Rebel Friend. Oh boy, Royal Guard. I gotta say, these guys sure look like they can protect royal figures. Look at that face. I've gotta say, these guys look nothing like they should. Here's the Royal Guard from the LEGO Star Wars, and here's an action figure that was based off of the Royal Guard from the actual movie. I think the developers thought no one would notice, but I did. I see clear through your ruses, Traveler's Tales. These guys are first seen in the Escape from Naboo level, and they look like complete idiots when they can't even take out simple battle droids. Look at these doofuses. You really want those guys protecting your Queen of Naboo? In fact, you have to save these guys from battle droids in the Retake Theed Palace level. They can't even protect themselves. These guys are above the Rebel Friend only because their name isn't complete malarkey. I would have put Rebel Friend and Rebel Trooper side by side on the list, but Rebel Friend is stupid and unneeded, so he was put behind the blasphemous Royal Guard. There isn't really that much to say about the Rebel Trooper. Like I said, it would have made more sense if Rebel Trooper was in the place of Rebel Friend in the Secret Plans level. The only possible reason why they put Rebel Friend in is because they would want a perfect rectangle for the roster. If you get what I'm saying. Like, the roster is a perfect rectangle and there isn't like any loose ends. If that makes sense. I got a visual up on the screen, you'll probably know. If it was up to me, I'd take away Rebel Friend and put in Ponda Baba instead. If you can't tell, I want to play Ponda Baba, either him or a custom character. I just really want to play with his one arm. Ah yes, the Rebel Pilot. The generic looking white man in an orange jumpsuit. I wouldn't be surprised if he had went to prison in the past. I mean, look at his face. He looks like he learned to not drop the soap the hard way. The thing that I like about LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens game is that they have a name for literally every single character, even if they had nothing to do with the plot. That being said, this guy would probably be higher up on the list if he was named Dak Rolter. You know, the guy who died in the Battle of Hoth. You know what? On second thought, scratch that. If every extra got a name, that means Spaghetti's name would show up on the roster, so no thank you. This should be titled Rebel Extravaganza because all but 2 characters in this episode so far are Rebel characters. Don't worry though, this guy is technically the last Rebel character. Generic Rebel character, I should say. Leia is considered a Rebel, right? In any case, I really have no reason to put the Hoth Rebel Trooper above the others. I guess it's because they look the most different. They also have a huge ass blaster instead of a dinky little one. The Hoth Rebel Trooper is the exact same as the other Rebel characters in every way except the look and the weapon. Yes, even Rebel Friend is capable of shooting a blaster. Another generic character from the background. I really have nothing to say about the Bespin guard. He has a blaster. That's about it. I mean, he can go up grapple points. I will say that I kind of like this guy's run cycle along with his double jump and punching movement. If only every character had cool motions like that. These guys look a lot more trustworthy compared to the Royal Guards. Like I said, the Royal Guards look like idiots. The Bespin guards look only a little bit of idiot. I'd rather want the Bespin guard protecting the Queen of Naboo, especially if that queen is Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman is hot, dude, like really hot. I guess I put the standard Wookiee above the others so far because I like Wookiees, mostly because of Chewbacca. I mean, everybody likes Chewbacca. In fact, when I heard rumors that he was going to die in Force Awakens, I was outraged. Thank God that wasn't the case. But seriously though, look at this part in the trailer. Rey looks like she's crying over a furry person's body. I seriously thought that would be Chewbacca. I'm still not happy about who died instead, but, you know, I spent the majority of the segment talking about how I thought Chewbacca was going to die even though he didn't. To be honest, it's because there's really nothing special about the Wookiee. He fights and acts exactly like Chewbacca, which I expect. Look at this dopey ass, no good ass, useless ass clone. The clone is nothing special. His run cycle is stupid and so is everything else about him. The thing that pisses me off the most about these guys is that the Disarmed Trooper Extra applies to these guys, which makes no sense. The fact that the Disarmed Trooper Extra applies to yourself is dumb. The extra replaces troopers' blasters with carrots so they can't shoot you. That's cool and all, but it should only apply to enemy stormtroopers in my opinion. In fact, the clones are your friend in Attack of the Clones, so what's the deal? The Disarmed Trooper Extra shouldn't even apply to them. If you want to play as the clone, you either have to 1. Disable the Disarmed Trooper Extra, or 2. Keep the extra enabled and hope that the Reflect Bolt Extra does the work. Don't mess with the Sand People. I'm sure millions of other people made the joke about Tusken Raiders being ISIS, but I'm not going to go there, because I would, but the joke has been made. There isn't much to say about the Tusken Raider. This game made them look like deformed guys with surprised faces. I guess they were a pain in the Through the Jundland Waste level, especially when you're playing it for the first time. They keep sliding down the sandhill while you're trying to construct a walkway. And the pubescent Anakin in Attack of the Clones kills a bunch of them after his mom died.
I killed them. I killed them all. They're dead.
Also, they tried killing you with boulders in the Mos Espa Padres level, so I guess they deserve to die. Maybe.